So I did a recording earlier today at work in preparation for a video I want to do. And coming to find out, boy, the fifth column already made the video. I will check it out if you get a chance. He's talking, his latest video, he talked about how Trump was on Fox News, I believe, and he was speaking about what would happen if he was indicted. So Trump says, yeah, they could indict me, but that there would be trouble in this country, the likes of we've never seen. Now, first of all, I would say to both. The only issue difference we have is that the only disagreement I have with Bo in this entire matter is that when it comes to Trump, he speaks in a way that's very dramatic. This is the way he does. That's the way he's done since he's been in office. It's just very dramatic language, very much that makes him in the center of things, talking about big, strong men crying, coming up to him. Yeah, it's dramatic talk. That's Trump. So it's extortion. Trump has said these things before. This is extortion of the Attorney General. This is basically saying, you saw what happened January the 6th, and it happen again. I've got to say that, of course, there's people out here who would do this. There was recently a bombing at a university, I think in Boston. So we are still in a very dangerous, volatile political environment, no doubt. One thing that amazed me during the Trump era is the amount of terrorism that really wasn't reported on. There was a bombing in Nashville, and the guy did an air fuel bomb, and they were like, "That's never been done before." And there was like a lot of law enforcement talk about how this is a new era of terrorism now, and they kept it quiet. You had other terrorism attacks that really were kept quiet. And I think that's a part of that's a capitalism, that the normalization of a permanent state of emergency. Personally, I feel like that's the way it is. That's the way it is. I know that these people have to have a hill to die on, and I know that the right is willing to give Trump the deference to cover for him no matter what he does. But if we're in an environment that the president gets caught, the former president gets caught with confidential and SCI documents, and people are willing to go to war for him, then that means we don't have a country anymore. This is far beyond racist bumpkins in Pennsylvania, or racist bumpkins in Florida or Texas. This goes far beyond a bunch of racists jumping in the U-Haul, going to disrupt a gay pride rally. If you're saying that people are willing to go and do violence when he's got top secret documents, you are in effect saying that you no longer believe in the legitimacy of the U.S. government. And like I've said before, and like I said, if that's the case, we don't have a functioning society anymore. This is no longer Republican Democrat. We've got people out here going to jail for stealing baby formula for the kids. We got people. There's a woman that went to jail because she lied to put her kids in a better school district. And this idiot is telling people, Republicans are telling people, you could follow the same path Trump followed. How would any of us even have access to top secret documents? Doesn't make sense. Makes no sense. That is an erratic way of thinking. It's a conspiracy theory based way of thinking, and it's unreasonable. But like I said, this this it is the bridge too far because now you're talking about crime being committed against the U.S. government. That Trump can say he didn't have them, but then say, "Oh well, they're mine." Anybody else would go to jail for this, like Bo said. Anybody else. This is not this. I worried that Trump would have a sort of a political system during and after his presidency that would kind of make the common man feel good that like, okay, we're standing up for families. And I realized that was never it. Trump used hate to unite the base, to throw red meat to the dogs, that they're trying to groom the children, all that. Okay, that's fine. But Trump was really an oligarch. And that's all it is. It's all about making rich people richer. That's all this was. It's all about privilege, pure and simple. It makes the feds look bad. This whole, I'm not a defender of federal law enforcement in that way, but if Trump gets away with this, I don't care if if these rednecks were talking about planting a bomb somewhere. If he's not indicted, if they don't put him in front of a grand jury, this sends repercussions for the rest of the federal justice system, no doubt, because it is saying that it is officially saying that there are two different versions of the law. There's one for him, there's one for these people and these people, and that cannot stand. That is against one of the most basic bedrocks of the American justice system. All men judge equally before the law. There should be no respect for persons in judgment. So I just, I just, if this is one of those times that they've got to bite the bullet. And I realized by saying that things get a lot more violent in this country. No doubt. It's terrifying to think that Trump is the president that Timothy McVeigh and Eric Rudolph would have loved. Like, Trump is the president for those kind of people. And that's something that, it's a terrifying thought to realize and understand. Thank you for listening.